උදාගිරේ හිරු රැසිනි එළිය වුණේ පිනිදිය සරුපින් බිම නැගුණේ නලලත දැත තබමින් වඳී නිමු නිතිනේ රිතිලෙනේ මහිමය දැක ගමු තුටිනේ
Riddhi Vihara, a national heritage of Sri Lanka. The Mahavamsa states that this historical place of devotion known as Rajatalena was renamed by King Dutugamunu due to the fact that the silver resources necessary for the decorative ornamentation of the Ruwanvali Sahaya was obtained from here.
එදා මේ රිදී විහාරය සමීපයෙන් පාරක් වැටලා තිබිලා තියෙනවා මලය ප්‍රදේශය දක්වා. ඒ මාර්ගයේ වෙලෙන්දන් නිරන්තරයෙන්ම ගමන් කරලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වෙලෙන්දෝ ඒ ප්‍රදේශයේ විවේක ගන්න අවස්ථාවේදී Tamanගේ කරත්තවල බැඳලා හිටපු ඒ ගවයන් මේ ප්‍රදේශයට කඩාගෙන ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. ඒ පිළිබඳව සෝදිසි කිරීම කරන අවස්ථාවේදී මේ ප්‍රදේශයේ පිහිටලා තිබෙන වරක ගහක හොඳට ඉදිලා තිබුණු වරක ගෙඩියක් ඒ වෙලෙන්දු දැකලා තියෙනවා. යම් කිසි දෙයක් ලැබුණොත් අපි හාමුදුරන් වහන්සේ නමකට පිළිගන්නලා අනුභව කරන සිරිතක් තිබුණා. වරකා වැළඳීමෙන් අනතුරුව උන්වහන්සේලා ඒ ගල්කරුවන්ට මාර්ගය පෙන්වලා දීලා තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ ඒ ගල්කරුවෝ මේ මාර්ගයේ යනකොට ලෙන ඇතුලේ රිදී ගොබයක් මතුවලා තියෙනවා දැකලා තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ අය කල්පනා කරලා තියෙනවා අනුරාධපුරේ අපේ රජතුමාට රුවන්වැලිසෑයේ කරගෙන යෑමේදී රිදී අඩුපාඩුවක් තිබිලා තියෙනවා. මේ ප්‍රදේශයට පැමිණිලා ගැල්වල රිදී පටවගෙන ගියා කියලා තමයි ජනප්‍රවාදයේ සඳහන් වෙන්නේ.
The Riddhi Viharaya is situated in the Madurai Korale of the Vayudavila Hatpattuva of the Kurunegala district in the northwestern province of Sri Lanka. There is enough evidence that a large number of Buddhist monks had been in residence in the vicinity of the Riddhi Viharaya. These caves are said to have been donated by the prominent residents of the villagers, bears testimony to this fact. Although there are more than 25 cave dwellings in this area, only 8 of them can be identified with precision, says Professor Senarath Paranavitana in his Ancient Brahmi Inscriptions. We can find enough archaeological artifacts belonging to 3 periods of our national history, namely the Anuradhapura period, the Polonnaruwa period and the Mahanuwara period within this location. The most important Viharaya at Riddhi Viharaya is located within a large cave. 2 decorative guard stones stand on either side of the alley leading to the Mahaviharaya. These 2 guard stones, which reflect the technical skills of the Kandyan period, add a sense of dignity. Among the statues placed within the cave, the most precious statue is the statue in pure gold. Legend has it that this statue was borne through the air by the gods themselves, as stated earlier.
මේ රත්පිට කියලා ළඟ ස්ථානයක් සඳහන් වෙනවා. ඒ රත්පිට කියන තැනින් මේ පිළිම වහන්සේ අතුරු පෙරහැර අරගෙන එනකොට මේ පිළිම වහන්සේ වැඩම කරපු ඒ කරත්තේ එරිලා තියෙනවා. ඒ රතේ එරිලා තියෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ සත්‍යක්‍රියාවක් කරාට පස්සේ මේ රන් පිළිම වහන්සේ මේ ස්ථානයට අහසින් වැඩියා කියලා තමයි ජනප්‍රවාදයේ සඳහන් වෙන්නේ.
The Ridivihara Asna states that the golden statue had been made to agree with the proportions of King Dutugamunu. The statue of the reclining Buddha is roughly about 30 feet in length and represents the passing away of the Buddha or the Parinirvana. Here we find a very unique and rare set of 68 porcelain bricks not found in any other temple in Sri Lanka. They portray the figure of Jesus Christ along with the significant moments in the history of Christianity. Although laid in a disorderly manner, these porcelain bricks are supposed to have been a gift of the then Governor Pork to the High Priest Reverend Tibbutuave, who was in residence here at this vihara at that time. There are many portraits of the Buddha on the walls facing the golden statue of the Buddha, as well as on the walls behind the statue of the seated Buddha. The Mahavansa refers to them in the words, Attulu Bita Hobana, Dasak Pamana Budu Piliru. The Viharagaya, situated above the Mahavihara, has a number of valuable paintings as well as a Buddha statue with a canopy of a dragon pandal at the main entrance to the chamber. There is also a decorative stone doorway and very thick wooden doors. This Buddha statue with the dragon pandal over it is one of the statues that have drawn the comments of many a critic. The cluster of images of deities is quite special, and the female images are unique to this pandal. Every wall is filled with paintings depicting significant moments in the life of the Buddha, such as 24 prophecies, 7 weeks of serene contemplation after enlightenment, the 16 sacred places in the history of Buddhism, 28 images of the Buddha. These are the most important illustrations, along with the 16 places of religious interest in the history of Buddhism in Sri Lanka. The Mahayangana Vihara has been given special importance by portraying its gradual evolution or its construction. The image of Siripada has been covered with a veil, which, according to critics, reflects European influence. Another controversial image is the portrayal of the Animisa Lochana Pujava of the Buddha, that is, contemplation of the Bodhi tree in thanksgiving after the attainment of enlightenment. This carries the same gestures as the gestures in the statue of Reverend Ananda, located at the Galviharaya in Polonnaruwa. But since this portrays the passing away of the Buddha, and because it is placed within the folds of a lotus petal, critics have concluded that this is more likely to be the portrayal of the Buddha than of Ananda Mahathero. Below the seat of the principal Buddha statue, there are a number of lion images. Among them are illustrations of 3 instances in the battle of Rama Ravana, as well as a cluster of images known as the Vrushaba Kunjara. Above the small temple situated to the right side of the main temple, there is another cluster of 9 images of women joined together to represent an elephant. Between the 2 viharayas and the adjoining storehouse of the Devalaya, one can see an ivory doorway full of decorations. In former times, this entrance was used to reach the upper temple. This unique doorway, which was fully decorated in ivory in the past, today shows only fragments of its former beauty. An important carving is the Panchinari Gate. The image of a pot created by joining 5 figures of women. There are 2 guard stones with excellent carvings on either side of the steps leading down from the temple at the top. In the middle, we can see a beautiful moonstone with varied carvings at the foot of these guard stones.